back to the beginning of a new week and the beginning of a brand new year. So I hope everybody had a great end of the year holiday season and a happy new year. Um, we didn't do much. We're kind of boring like that. We like to just stay home. But we did go out to dinner for New Year's Eve. So that was a first for us since we've been out here, and it was really nice. Um, a lot happened last year, and I learned a lot in the garden. So this year, one of my big plans, one of my big goals is to actually have a plan. Um, Historically, I haven't had a plan. I've just been kind of flying by the seat of my pants. And sometimes it works, and a lot of the time it doesn't. So this year, my New Year's resolution for the garden is to have a plan. And with that comes changes with my videos, because my videos kind of hold me accountable for the things that I've planned. So I will admit that the plan isn't finalized yet. I kind of still have through January to get it all like synced up. Um, but it is freezing. And with that, let's get into this video and I'll show you what I did this last week and what we have planned for next week. Okay, so up in the garden, my nasturtiums are toast. They definitely got to go because they are not recovering from that hard freeze. They had been hanging on when it got to like 0, -1, that kind of range. But when it hit like -2, -3, and they're like, nope, not for us. Otherwise, the garden, it's a winter garden. There's not too much happening. The calendulas are still looking amazing, which I'm super happy about. I'm definitely going to be planting a lot more of those because I love having little pops of color during the winter time. That's super cool to me. Other than that, not much is happening in here. I did harvest a little bit more dirt from way over there, which I'm putting in the driveway planters. But other than that, nothing much has been happening because I've been doing things to prep everybody for freezing temperatures. So just like I dress up like an Eskimo when it gets too cold, I decided that the orchard probably needed some love. So I've gone ahead and remulched all of the kiwis along this side, some of which might be dead, I'm not sure, and the trees on the other side. I've also moved the irrigation because for the longest time it was just like in the middle of this path. So it's finally over along the side, which is where it should be and where it will stay. And I just need to kind of rejig all of these little things I had going to the trees. I need to get them set up again. But we'll come down here and take a look at the youngest addition to the orchard. So this apple, it's doing okay. I got him. He's already leafing out, which I don't think is super great. But I've read online that like these little things should be okay with with -4, -5. I guess I'm about to find out. I may cover him for the next couple of nights just because I don't know and he's new, and he came with a tiny, tiny, tiny root ball. So I'm kind of babying him a bit because I don't want him to die. But he is the newest one. And then up here at the hydrangea, I still need to get that mulched in. But I wanted to get my video done before it got too dark because the sun is setting. It's so pretty. But yeah, let's go check out what else is happening. Okay. So inside the chicken area, This was originally their feeder that they like because it's super easy for them to make a mess and eat from it. But I've started capping it at night to avoid attracting mice and things like that. So this was originally their feeder, and they do know how to use it. It's one of those treadles, so they step on it here and it opens up and they can eat it, which keeps it fairly rodent proof, except for sometimes like it'll actually stay in the open position, which during the day it doesn't matter, but at night it stays closed, and I check it when I put them to sleep, or put them to bed. But yeah, their water got frozen. I tapped it this morning, but yeah, it never really unfroze. But yeah, so this feeder has been fixed, and that way when the automatic door opens in the morning for them, they can help themselves out, and then at least they can eat from that one, because the easy self-serve buffet is shut until I wake up. This little under house bathtub thing that I showed you last week is actually working out really well. I've seen them in there using it, so they are using it, which is the most important thing. And with everything else getting super super wet, that's the only spot where they can actually have a dust bath still. So that was kind of a priority last week. It got done, and I will confirm that they are indeed using it. So I did get some things frost prepped, but I do still need to come out and actually tie it because the wind has been opening them up. So all of these ghosts that you see knocking about the place, there's one around the corner here too. I need to come out before the sun sets and wrap those up, so that the wind doesn't open them up. But that is happening there. And then the dirt that I've been taking from the garden has been coming down here to fill up this space. So this is kind of a long-term project. I just do a little bit of it at a time, but I think before I was going to about here, so now I've added a little bit more. It's still not as high as I need it to be, but basically over the next couple of weeks, this whole area will hopefully get backfilled with dirt, and then it'll be ready as a new planting area. One thing that I wanted to get done this week and didn't was clearing out this space. It is clearer, but it's nowhere near what it needs to be. This is the space that I will be using to start seedlings soon. So even though it doesn't look like it, this is like my little seedling station, and I have pots in the corner over here. This is actually all of the plants that were out there. I don't think they're going to make it in like the hard freezes that we're going to have. So I moved them in here and kept their blanket on, because even in here, it does not stay frost free. So if I turn around, I can show you from the other end. There is actually a path to get through now, but that's about it. Yeah, so I have a little table there that will eventually be like a working table. I have my seedling stuff that I do here, and I am looking to get a little like foldable shelving thing, which will end up living here. And that way this can kind of be like where the seedlings are protected, but still have the light that comes in from this window space. And then that whole space goes back out into the orchard. And as I show off our sunset, because I really got to go and wrap up some stuff, my goals for this next week are to order my seeds. I did get around to making a rough plan for the year, but I'm still finalizing it. So maybe I'll tell you about that later. But yeah, I need to order seeds, clear the carport, figure out the final details to my planting plan for 2026. And then the main things that are already on the plan are in January. All of these trees will end up needing pruning, and my kiwis will end up needing pruning, and the grape vines that live along here will need pruning. I will admit this is going to be my first year pruning those. So I hope it works out. I'm a little afraid, but everything that I've seen online just says go ahead and do it. So you can kind of see what it looks like now. These two, I am waiting for them to drop the last of their leaves. These are my two original apple trees. So if anything, I will be starting with my pruning down there because those guys all dropped their leaves a long time ago. But maybe by mid-January to the end of January, these guys will also have dropped their leaves and will be ready for pruning. But other than that, I will leave you with the sunset. I hope you guys had a great end of year, a good and safe new year, and I'll see you next week. Bye.